Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TRLR. We will take a look at the daily time frame, and I would like to note to please check my disclaimer. So obviously we got a good looking chart here, a massive day today in terms of both volume and price reaction. The big thing that caught my eye immediately after this pulling up the chart was it did gap up and gapped up quite a bit today, and you can see that you had that pullback, but then what occurred was it actually made a move upwards, and that's a lot more than most charts can say. I would say the majority of stocks, when they have a gap up, especially when we're talking about penny stocks, they gap up and then that's it. There's kind of the music stops and the party is over. However, that was obviously not the case here today. Again, gapped all the way up there. It did drop back some, but then you can see the strength it demonstrated by forming this lower shadow and then pushing all the way up as high as 3 cents before closing, still respectably right around 0.026. So just on that note alone, a nice sign of strength from the chart. So there's lots of good things going on. There's some key levels of support that have now been established, and I'll talk about those. And then we'll talk about some future levels of resistance too. So the first area of support that I want to talk about is right here, and it's based off the low that it hit on March 19th, and that's at 2 cents. So I want to change this to green to represent support. And you can see here today that that's what was the low of today was 0.0197, so pretty darn close to that 2 cent level. So that's good to see that this resistance was broken, and now it has acted as support. And actually, right there again, you can see acted as support on that day. So 2 cents is the level of support, and then another big level of support that was established actually on Friday is this purple line here, which is the 50-day simple moving average, and that's valued at 0.0174. Again, like I said, that was broken and closed above on Friday, but today, the price separated even more from it. So that's going to be another level of support down here at 0.017. So these are going to be the two primary levels of support, and then after that, you have this level of support, which was basically 0.015, where you can see multiple times knock the price down. But then when the price was able to get above it here, it's kind of the trampoline effect is in full motion right now. So I do want to change this to green too to represent this being another level of support. Now for the fun stuff, let's talk about the resistances, which represents the potential. So the first level of resistance, and not too shocking when you look back at the history of the chart, but on this big volume day here, which was April 11th, the price went up and hit 3 cents. And then, as we already talked about, the high of today was at 3 cents. So there's some selling that's taking place up here at 3 cents, but that's normal, especially when you think about all the people that were accumulating down in this area here. Good for them to lock in some profits, but this is where the chart really gets exciting. After 3 cents, next level of resistance is not until this little batch up here, which is 0.035, and then after that, there's nothing until way up here above 4 cents. Now, you may be thinking, well, geez, 3 to 4 cents, that's only a penny, but keep in mind that you got to look at things as a percentage. And when you're talking about a stock that's trading for less than a nickel, the percentages add up very, very quickly. So don't look at it as, oh, that's just 1 penny. Look at it as a percentage. So lots of upside potential here in regard to the percentages. And given the move that it's already started to happen, I think this is just going to set off more radars, more scanners, and more eyeballs are going to just continue to see this one. So it's one where, if this continues, if volume continues to increase like it's been, then it's only going to get more and more organic momentum and so forth behind it. So definitely one that's worth keeping an eye on and seeing how things play out. But again, I know I started the video with it and I want to end it with it. Best sign and great sign was it did gap up and gapped up quite a bit, was able to maintain the gap. That's the key. It maintained the gap, and that's something that the majority of other penny stocks can't brag about and can't say about their chart. Usually it's a gap up and then the party is over. Not the case here. So that in and of itself, although it may seem small, is actually pretty significant in terms of the future potential of what will hopefully continue to occur here. So if there are any other questions though, please let me know. But if not, get TRLR on your watch list and let's see what happens the rest of this week. Thanks for listening.